Hey, what's going on, everyone? NoZoupForYou here, and we're going to talk about ranked gameplay today, and specifically how to fix ranked gameplay. And I feel like I've covered this before. Actually, I feel like I've covered this numerous times in the past, because it seems like ranked gameplay always needs to be fixed, and I don't know why. I don't know why after 5 years or so we still can't nail ranked gameplay. When we've had fun ranked modes in the past, we've had fun sprints, but here we are in another ranked season, and, I'll be honest, at first I was enjoying it, and then I hit silver, and then I enjoyed it a little less, and then I hit gold, and I stopped playing. I stopped playing ranked, at least. Not World of Warships, but I stopped playing ranked because gold has just been absolutely miserable for several reasons. So, I want to touch on how I think we might be able to fix ranked gameplay, or at least all the issues that currently stand with ranked gameplay. And I was perfectly fine with bronze. I enjoyed bronze. Even though, there was an odd mix of ships. I think if you brought a lower tier ship in, you were kind of at a disadvantage, but you still had that opportunity and that ability. And then, of course, things kind of went downhill from there, up until the point you were in gold, which was tier 10. And I'll be honest, I don't know why Wargaming is so stuck on having their quote-unquote Premier League or Gold League at tier 10. I don't get it. I'm sick of tier 10. And there is one major reason why I'm sick of tier 10, or at least I can pinpoint one ship that is causing so much misery, and that's the Thunder. And I think we all know that right now. I mean, I'd be willing to go so far as to say that I don't think we as a community have a problem with Deadeye so much as we have a problem with Deadeye and Thunderer combined. I think all our woes right now center around Thunderer, which you all know from watching me in years past, I have an issue with throwing around the word overpowered, the term. I mean, I wasn't even willing to use that against the Conqueror, which, when that first came out, players were like, oh, this thing's so OP, blah, 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 and I argued that, no, it doesn't have carry potential, it just farms fire damage. Well, Thunder is overpowered. I mean, straight up. And it's a combination of HE that absolutely obliterates you no matter how you're angled, and AP that absolutely obliterates you, and just accuracy and everything else. It's disgusting. I'm tired of it. Thunder is really killing high tier gameplay for me, especially in a ranked setting. So much so that I'm not playing gold anymore right now. There's no joy in it. There's no fun. There's no point. So Thunderer is one of the many issues right now with ranked gameplay, but it's an issue with the game in general. And I don't know if it's going to get nerfed. I highly doubt it's going to get nerfed for some reason. I know they're working on a fix for Deadeye, but not every ship can take advantage of Deadeye the way that Thunderer can, or become as accurate as Thunderer, or just as annoying as Thunderer. So that's one of the issues with high-tier rank gameplay, but there's several others, and one of the things I hate about ranked right now, which I feel they really need to get rid of, are these qualifier rounds. Absolutely ridiculous. Your qualifier is getting to rank 1. Once you get to rank 1, you should not have to qualify, play 5 or 6 frustrating rounds to get to the next league. What should happen is, if you make it to rank 1, you've qualified. At that point, a little window pops up that says, do you want to move to the next league? So, if you're in silver, you say yes or no, I want to go to gold. If you want to stay in silver and steel club, that's perfectly fine. If you want the challenge of going to gold, you have the option. You say yes, you move on. None of this qualifier BS. No pain of having to win 6 more rounds in addition to what you've already won, which is just ridiculous. And I told you all about the player that it took 56 rounds to get out of qualifiers. And I mean, I don't know what I'd do if that was me. I mean, I definitely would have probably stopped right around the 20th game or so. And I think that's what it took me to get to gold. I mean, I won 5 straight games. I was 1 win away, and then the yo-yo started. So yeah, that's another issue. Qualifiers. Go. Get rid of them. Bye-bye. Gone. It's just adding to the frustration of ranked. Another issue is, obviously, I said tier 10. Why? For gold or something, or just for ranked in general, drop down to tier 6 or something. Somewhere where there's no radar, where it's more pure, where aircraft carriers don't do quite the amount of damage that, you know, everybody hates FDR. I hate FDRs. When I see an FDR and a round on the other team, I'm almost certain that, you know, if it's a destroyer-heavy game, we're screwed. I mean, there's just nothing you can do against them. And I mean, nothing's worse than seeing 1,000 rockets flying towards your destroyer. So, yeah, I would get rid of tier 10 and drop down to 6 or something more pure, something that more players are going to enjoy, or even tier 7. There's no need to make it tier 10. Plus, it opens it up to a lot more players. And that's another issue right there. The player pool. Once you get to gold, I have a suspicion that not many players made it out of qualifiers or wanted to play gold, because I see the same players over and over and over. The amount of player diversity or the depth of the player pool at gold, I suspect, is not that great. And that's causing a lot of headaches too, because when you play with the same players and wind up on the same team with them and the opposite teams, the chance for yo-yoing happens even more significantly. And it just makes it very hard to get to rank 1. And you get in these situations where you'll win 3 or 4 and then you'll lose 3 or 4. And then you'll just say, well, you know what? I'm tired of playing with these same players. I'm going to have to stop playing for about an hour. And maybe you'll wind up with a different pool of players. Chances are you're going to see at least 1 or 2 players that you're used to seeing. So that's a big frustration once you get to gold as well. Maybe open it up so that other, well, if you've qualified silver, you wind up in other matches, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, not fun. And then you need to have some ranks that you won't lose. I mean, gold, there are none. I mean, there has to be some that once you hit, maybe at like 10 and 5, you don't lose that rank. I don't know. That might make it a little less painful, but maybe not so. I don't know. So there's another issue right there. Irrevocable ranks. They don't exist. You need them. I know it's a sprint, but come on. Gold, at least, there are a lot of rounds you gotta win to rank up. Not gonna get into the rewards. It doesn't seem like we're getting as much steel as we used to. Oh well, that's what steel clubbing's for, right? We covered that. You can stay in one of the leagues and just get it easier. That's fine. That's fine. So, by and large, I guess I enjoyed ranked at first, and then as things progressed, it just became like ranked of old. It felt less like a sprint than a slow crawl, and I just got so frustrated with gold and thunderers and just the tier 10 meta, and I don't feel like I can enjoy the ships that I used to be able to enjoy, either because they've been power crapped or just because they're just not useful anymore. I mean, yeah, you can still do good in USN destroyers, but against other destroyers, they're just not what they used to be. I mean, yes, every ship can do good in the hands of the right player, but it's also situational. I mean, even Des Moines, I feel like some rounds, depending on the crap roll of matchmaking, if you're going up against 3 Venezias, yeah, whatever. Nothing you can do about sap. I mean, it's going to peg you regardless if you're angled or not. So there's just a lot wrong at tier 10 right now, and I think that adds to the misery of ranked. Thunderer being one of those key things. But I really think we need to take another look at ranked gameplay. We need another just reboot of it. Get rid of things like the qualifiers. They're just unnecessary, unneeded. Get rid of tier 10. Drop it down to 6 or 7. Something where players are going to have fun. Don't have to worry about an abundance of radar and gimmicks and overpowered ships and everything else. I mean, I know even down there you've got issues. You've got Belfast, which I don't even feel like Belfast is as OP as it used to be. So, there's ways to fix ranks so it's fun, but right now, man, my advice to you all, stay in bronze and silver. Don't even bother with gold. It's just not worth the heartache. It really isn't. And I really hope we get some more fixes to this, or some more changes, because it's just not fun having to deal with qualifiers and then a shallow player pool at gold, and then dealing with thunders and FDRs and all the things that just make the game miserable. Yeah. Let's see more low tier and get back to the way sprints were, because sprints were fun. They really were. This not so much. Anyhow, I want to know your thoughts on ranked. Are you even bothering with gold? Are you just sticking down in the silver and bronze leagues? What do you think needs to happen to fix ranked gameplay? Let me know in the comments of this video. If you haven't subscribed and you're a long-time viewer, please do so. That way you get notifications when these go live. Hope you all are doing wonderful. Take care. I will catch you all later. Zoop out.